Hey, how's it going, everybody? Yoshi Oreo here. So, pretty sure a lot of people are wondering what the whole Tim Pool shooting 2.0, and yes, this has happened again, is rather true or false. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say this. I truly believe the shooting is false, and I'll tell you why. No one finds it strange that the shooter really loves to shoot at Tim's property, particularly on a December for some reason. Now, what I like to do is I like to pay attention to a lot of people's behavioral patterns, especially, the type of things that they advocate and say that people need to live by and see if they actually stick up by that. So if you're the type of person that's been talking about Civil War for the past 4 or 6 years, if you've been talking about war with the left, if you've been talking about standing for your family, your friends, your loved ones, and all this other stuff, and survival of the fittest. My expectation of your behavioral pattern is to be consistent, which means when someone shoots at you or threatens your life, I do not expect you to be cowering. I expect you to be in the fire, ready to return fire at least, or at least taking cover and making sure everyone's safe. He doesn't do that. Instead, he's on Twitter tweeting about this before everything else, by the way. Then he goes on live stream talking about how his compound was being shot at. If your compound is being shot at first of all, why is it you're tweeting first instead of calling the police? And it's like what my person that I follow, Jesttree411. She's a really good content creator. You should really follow her. She's actually really a conservative, especially if you're looking for like a woman's perspective, because the woman's the one that can actually tell whether or not that the man is capable to protect them or not. That's kind of what you want to judge that off of. That's some girly man like Benny Johnson. She says typically when a person does not want to call the police when they're in the middle of being shot at, it's either because A, they are doing something illegal and they don't want to be caught, or B, they're fucking lying. So then the real question is did Tim Pool actually contact the police in regards to the shooting on his compound? That's a real question a lot of people need to ask, because last I checked, content creators like Benny Johnson, even Metatron, I'm even surprised on this one. But then again, he jumped into the whole culture war content bull crap, so I expect low quality at that point. So I'm not surprised. And other content creators are just jumping at the bits to say, well, this is a fact because, Charlie Kirk, Charlie Kirk, Charlie Kirk.
Yes, this is Deputy Hutchinson from Jeff County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, hi.
Hello, what can I help you with, sir?
So my name is Adam. I go by Adam the Angler online. I run like a very small content creator, accounts on like X and YouTube and whatnot. Tim Pool had put out a post on X on December 6th around 8 a.m. saying that there was a shooting that took place at his compound, I guess, his residence/business.
Okay.
I have a possible address but I'm not 100%. But I just wanted to call and just verify that he has contacted you guys, like he said, because something about this just doesn't add up to me. So yeah, I just wanted to see if he's being honest or not, basically.
I mean, the only shooting I'm aware of is the murder that we had up on the mountain last month. I'm not aware of any other shootings.
Okay, yeah, no one like would have been hurt necessarily. He said in his post that it happened around 1 a.m. on the 6th of December, saying that someone approached his property and allegedly fired 3 shots. But then he said what's that?
What's his name?
Tim Pool. He's like a fairly large content creator. He covers a lot of like geopolitics and whatnot.
Okay.
And so I believe he lives within your jurisdiction, as far as I can tell. So I just
Yeah,
like.
so there are no calls associated with him. And a report was taken. So
I'm sorry, what, say that again? You said a report was taken?
I said I just ran his name in local, so if there had been if he had reported a shooting that we responded to in Jefferson County, it would have shown up in my system, and when I just ran his name, there was no calls associated with the shooting. Yeah, there's nothing for shootings or and when I run his address, there's nothing coming up for it, and or his name.
Huh. Well, okay. I appreciate that. We'll see if he produces something more on this alleged shooting. Because he's literally put nothing out other than saying there was a shooting and that he was in contact with police. And I've called you guys, you haven't heard of anything, and I even just talked to an officer with the Harpers Ferry PD and the incorporated city part or town part, and they said they didn't have one either. So I'm starting to lean towards this might be a hoax.
Which kind of goes to show you that the quality of Metatron's videos in terms of culture war has dropped. Because if he's calling Tim Pool a right-wing commentator, you clearly are showing you do not do research at all about this crap. You just basically think about your audience and you go, what does my audience think about? And whatever they think about, I'm just going to sell them the idea. Which honestly, in my opinion, you really need to go back to your original content that you was doing, making good history videos where you actually put the time and effort into actually coming up with a pretty good video. I find it very cathartic that the same people that's been, making fun of black people and their victim narratives, and don't get me wrong, there are black people that are coming up with like fake victim narratives, but it kind of goes to show you that they see the fact that black people can, in fact, lie to their audience and get some type of compensation for lying. They see this and they go, well, how dumb is my audience? How much can I lie to my audience and get all the support and fame and money just for, feigning victimhood? And I'm pretty sure there's going to be some people that's going to come here and say, well, that's not true. Tim Pool did call the police. Tim Pool is being threatened. He wouldn't do this for money. He's doing it because he's telling the truth. And because he's telling the truth, people want him dead. Just like Jussie Smollett. Exactly. And no, I'm not saying Jussie Smollett is innocent. I'm saying he's doing the exact same thing that Jussie Smollett did. He has an audience that he knows that is dumb and gullible enough to give him money because all he has to do is give them a narrative that he was being hunted for being black and gay and openly black and being hunted down by white supremacists in Chicago in freezing degree weather at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. Just to pour bleach on him and put a noose around his neck and run him off. And people are even pointing out on Twitter, more than likely this is just financial incentive. Because not too long ago, he had an interview with Milo, and he was telling Milo that he was not getting a lot of views, and his views were going way, way low. Hell, you can even use Grok, and this is how you can tell how many people on Twitter are fucking stupid, especially in Tim Pool's audience. You could even go on Twitter and see this for yourself, people, and ask, what the hell is going on? If I can zoom in correctly, Jesus Christ, excuse me, people. Okay, now you can see it. On December 5th, 2025, right-wing podcaster, he is not a right-wing, he is a goddamn liberal, Tim Pool reported a drive-by shooting at his property in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. According to Pool's statements on X, formerly known as Twitter, even Grok does that. Oh, Jesus Christ. A vehicle approached the property late at night between midnight and 1 a.m. and fired approximately 3 shots. No one was injured, and Pool attributed the incident to potential intimidation related to his recent podcast discussions, including controversial claims about Charlie Kirk and Turning Point USA. That's a very bold claim. His security team was reviewing footage at the time and planned to relay details to law enforcement. Availability of police records as of December 9th. No public police records on or official reports have been released regarding the incident. Here's a summary of what is known from law enforcement responses. In Harpers Ferry's police department, incident did not occur within their jurisdiction. Refer inquiries to West Virginia State Police and Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. In West Virginia State Police, No information available on the incident. No report received as of early December 6. And Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. No report received as of December 6th. Unreachable for comment outside business hours. Ford later mentioned being in contact with local police and the FBI, but no updates on the active investigation or arrest have been confirmed publicly. Some online skepticism has emerged, ex-users questioning the lack of records, but this aligns with the early stage nature of the report. Pool's team was still compiling footage for submission as of December 6.
It would be in your interest to be anti-Candace.
I don't think so. Actually, I think it's in everyone's commercial.
It's in everyone's commercial interest to be anti-Candace because everybody else is going down and hers are going up. It's that simple.
I don't think so. I think you're wrong because the base seems to be siding with Candace. So counterproductive. No, I actually think criticizing Candace has hurt our viewership. That's my point. We actually got cancellations on orders. My morning show subscribers have gone down. I've lost 3,000 followers on X. I hate
Shouldn't
politics.
you join the winning side?
No, I'd rather just go live in a van down by the river.
Isn't that bad? There's like, if I don't win, I'm out of here. I'm out of this.
No. It's more like,
come on.
I think what he's trying to tell you is not willing to sacrifice his principle because it's winning. No, seriously, just listen to what he's saying.
I'm listening to what he's saying, and it sounds like he's being affected by these cowards he's talking to.
So let me get this straight. The guy that everyone says is a right-wing commentator, instead of protecting his property, his wife, and his kid, he would rather live in a van next to a river in isolation. Tim, you a bitch. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying no one is allowed to be afraid. What I'm actually saying is how you handle fear and how you process information through fear. If you're doing this kind of shit, like, bro, if I was a female, I would not honestly feel safe with you. I feel safe with your money, but not with you. Yeah, I honestly think this whole shooting at his freaking house is just a hoax. People on the internet is gullible, man. And I said it with the whole, David Wood and Julia Royce video. Like, be careful who you choose as your heroes, and be careful who you trust online and who you follow. Question everything, Don't just take people's words for it. Like, I understand everyone's still shook by the whole Charlie Kirk assassination, but at the exact same time, I'm starting to think a lot of people in this country don't know how to process that kind of stuff. Because, I live in the hood. We get shootings almost all the time. Y'all soft. Y'all so soft that when a bullet goes off, you don't know what to do. Well, that's it for this video, guys. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Until then, I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.